Oh, okay. So it's under. So uh, the cat videos are on your normal page, like your personal page, and he's become sort of famous. That's so funny. I can't. Oh, I can't. I just can't wait to go see that. You know what I mean? That's awesome. I love it. Yeah, I don't have any famous animals. I have unfamous animals, but I love them just the same. You know. So, wow, everyone's just popped in right there. Now we have already 30 people. That's awesome. Okay, well, I was telling Julia, who is one of our sellers who's in the chat, that I spent like the last 2 days solid trying to make these coordinated sets for necklaces because when you have a whole bunch of necklaces that you want to try to incorporate, uh, it's hard. You're laying out hundreds of necklaces and you're sitting here trying to pick and choose and match everything up into what you think style works. And oh, it was quite a task that I undertook, but I think a lot of them turned out really nice. So I'm excited to show you. I love your layering. Oh, that's so nice. Well, I definitely am not a professional. I guess you had a chance to look at some of the the pre-bidding stuff they already put up. I know that Mary, who's on our Natty Tan or something, she also does a lot of layering, and she's really good at it. Um, yeah, and I'm not fancy that way in my normal jewelry. I mean, like I don't wear like multiple necklaces unless I have like an occasion. I'm pretty dainty and simple about my jewelry, but it doesn't make me love jewelry any less. So it's great fun. So with all that being said, um, anyone who's new in, I just want to welcome you. This is Cherish Relics Boutique on District. I do in fact have a YouTube channel if you want to check it out. It's also called Cherish Relics Boutique, all one word. And there's probably 80 videos there that you could check out of unboxings, unbaggings, unjarrings, just the search and hunt through stuff to try to find inventory because I do part-time sales on eBay, as well as now I've been part of the Lilyworks community on District. And I came over here about a month ago and have just been welcomed with open arms and have really learned a great deal and have just loved the community is just it's just such a positive experience to be around other people who have so much knowledge about jewelry and love for it. So Lilyworks Jewels is the main big district marketplace that Rachel has. Rachel also has a YouTube channel that many of you probably recognize called, I guess it's now called Lilyworks Reseller. She sort of changed it up over the time. But on District, she has 3 marketplaces. She has Lilyworks Jewels and Lots, and she has Lilyworks Antiques and Collectibles, as well as Lilyworks Makers, which is for all of those awesome creative people who are really good at repurposing things. So if you haven't been over there, you definitely need to go and check it out. So with that being said, I have sort of already gotten all of this ready. Oh, so much prep. And so we could, with as little stress as possible, I'm going to show these. I'm going to pull it and run it. And then in between, I may do a little bit of trivia here and there. What I am going to do for the free gift tonight is for anybody who buys 3 items or more, I'm going to pick a necklace of my own choosing to add as a free gift in what you get. So I'm just letting you know that I don't need to write down any extra information. And no, I don't necessarily have any turtles. Zeta silvers, not necessarily today. Hey there, Kathy, how are you? So, yeah, let me just get started. And I'm going to pull this very first one. Someone mentioned in one of our lives the other day, because I could never figure out how it worked. Every single time I entered all of my listings, I could never find them in the same order that I entered them. So I'd be like scrolling through my stuff in these shows forever. And I'm just trying to find the most efficient way to go about, showing you this stuff. And so someone mentioned the other day that they actually are in alphabetical order, which it didn't even cross my mind to think about that. So what I did tonight is I literally sorted all my bags with all my things in that order that they are up on the thing. So everything I pull out will already be the stuff that's at the top. So I'm very happy to say that. So this very first one that we're going to do, clever staging, using those books to raise the bust. Yes, because I have so many of the longer necklaces that I wanted to be able to take pictures of, and it never looks nice when they're all crunched at the bottom. So that was my, I just pulled up, I used to have an antique booth, so I have lots of littles and pretty little staging things. So anyways, this first set, does have a Roman faux pearl longer necklace there. And then we have a mixed metal. We don't have a brand on this, but it does sort of have a little bit of a textured link right there. And then the very last one that I added on here had some filigree beads, as you can see. And I've told people this before, as I do these necklaces, it doesn't mean, these sets don't mean you have to wear them together. I'm just sort of coordinating them in that they could all go together. You might choose to just wear these two, one or the other. I just need to reiterate it. They don't all have to go together because sometimes it's kind of crunched, some of them, or it's a lot. Some people don't really enjoy that. So let me pull up this very first listing, which of course did not go right where I asked it to, but here we go. And a lot of these coordinated sets are starting at $7. Some are definitely more expensive because there's just a lot more going on. But they average out to about $2.33 a necklace, which is a pretty darn good deal. So if you see something you like, you can't go wrong. But I love all the faux pearls have kind of that pinkish purple hue to them, which I love. Thanks for your bid, Pack Rat Queen. Yes, and it's a nice light one. So that's going to Pack Rat Queen. Thank you so much. So logistically, I'm just going to put pieces of paper on these so I can move along fast. All right, moving on. Looks like my next one is this one. Oh, I love this one. And I'm not really into this style, but it is really... Okay, you see let's see if it does do what I planned. I think it did. Okay. My mother for years worked with like an Indian tribe. She was a social worker. In her later years, she had gone back and gotten her master's. She's passed a few years ago, but when she was alive, and she worked for a couple years with an Indian tribe. So she was very into the, Native American culture. And there's a lot of jewelry that she made on her own, as well as some jewelry that, people had given her. These are not that, but every time I always think of her as I'm, kind of looking at, um, you know, uh, Native American kind of jewelry. Actually, I lie. I think that this choker necklace that I'm going to put up last, I think it actually was my mother's. Now, I have a lot of her jewelry, so I'm not keeping everything I own, but I think this came from my mother's stuff. And, it's just got a little, uh, you know, vintage, barrel clasp there. I'm pretty confident this is turquoise, but this is some really fine, thin, um, if it in fact, or maybe it's called something else, maybe it's not called puka or whatever, but there's that set. So I'm going to start that auction. This is just stunning. What a gorgeous, gorgeous necklace that is with all those seed beads. It's just stunning. So yeah, Felicia, are you somebody who's good about wearing a lot of the jewelry that you know about, or are you like me where you thank you for that bit, Felicia, where you have a lot of it, or know that you wear a lot of it in your daily life? I mean, some people get dressed up. I'm in workout clothes half the time. Yes. Oh, well, that's awesome, because then you feel like you really use it. That's great news. Okay. So moving on. Actually, I'm going to do a trivia question real quick for some of you to ponder on while I find this next one. Here's the question. How many U.S. state capitals are west of Los Angeles? Ooh. How many U.S. state capitals are west of Los Angeles? And these are your choices. So I'll give you guys a second. You can throw it in there if you want to participate. Please don't feel like you have to, but you guys can work on that while I get my next um, necklace. Sorry, I want to put these cards somewhere where they don't get flung all over the place. So it looks like I'm getting. Okay. I'm just going to pour all of those out because it's for faster getting. Faster getting, that's what we need. Okay, we have Val says 3. Sherry Russell says 2. Where did I actually put the card? That is now a mystery. Oh, it is there. And so the answer is, in fact, let's see if anyone's gotten it yet. No one's gotten it yet. Which is shocking because I'm surprised by the amount of this actually, which I'm probably giving it away right there. Um, all right, so this next set, which let me pull up here for us, move to stage. This is more of a more modern set, all in just excellent, excellent condition. So I have this really lovely, this is in fact Banana Republic. There's your tag. Very heavy, sort of. It's like this big, huge ring with some stuff. It's like a dangle. And I'm not going to, I'm not, when I'm taking pictures, I hook it on this thing in the back. But I don't have the time to do it in our show. So I'm not going to hook it just exactly the same as I did in the pictures just because I'm going to be in a rush. And there's a sort of a geometric big statement necklace. And we have this shorter, these are like little, triangle kind of greenish. Yeah, beads there. So I'm going to start that auction right now. Very kind of bold, kind of brutalist, maybe. So the answer was 6. What did Curry? You may need to make me a mod on your YouTube. What does that mean? A mod on my YouTube. Yeah, yeah. Aren't you? Aren't you automatically a moderator though? Isn't that what like? Oh, are you looking from the YouTube end? Ah, but I thought we can't see them all here. Okay, so what do you want me to do? Click on your name and hold it down? The one that says Lily Works Reselling Community? Or, oh, gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I agree. And I can't see all those, I guess, huh? Because I don't, gotcha. Okay. Gosh, oh my gosh, that's crazy. Okay, so hold on. Let me just pull it up. So I go to my YouTube channel and I'll see it streaming on there under live, right? Because I've never gone to it while I'm in a show because I'm in a show. Okay, got it. Looking, live. Okay. It doesn't show up under live. It only shows up under the main part. Okay, so if I go into it, moderation helps everyone feel safe. Close. Okay, so if I find Lily Works Reselling Community, yeah, okay, I'm holding it down. I just held it down and let it go. Where would it pop up? Right, I am. And it highlights it, but then it doesn't do anything. Huh. Uh, so, yeah, hi, thank you for following up on that for me. Uh, So it like lifts it up. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay, add as moderator. Say standard moderator. Done. Did I do it? All right, you let me know. Give me a thumbs up or okay. Right. And oh, okay, cool. Oh, and so that's separate from when I go on district here in the middle of this live and I press on it and it disappears. Okay. Right. Meaning they can't even come back to my channel. Is that right? What you mean by meaning they can't even come back to my channel? When you say put them in a timeout, it means that they can't even come back to my channel for a while. Uh-huh. Oh, gotcha. Okay, so it would just solve our initial issue. Okay, got it. You are a rock star. Thank you. Okay, so the world trivia question was actually 6, which actually shocks me. How many U.S. state capitals are west of Los Angeles? So I guess I just don't know my geography very well because I wouldn't have thought that there were that many. So that's surprising. Okay, so I'm going to move on to another listing here. Looks like my next one is this one. This one's fun. It's just actually a really interesting necklace that I've never seen one like this before, actually. Specifically, this green necklace that sort of has, for any of you that did get a chance to check out my uh, pre-bids. But like this particular necklace, when I first looked at this, I almost thought this looked like wire. That's why I thought it would go well with my, I don't know. It to me, but as I gave it closer investigation, I realized those are actually tubular glass beads. And then of course these are, like acrylic. Hey, Pack Rat Queen, maybe you could help me with this. You know, uh, I am terrible, Felicia, with plastics, and I just call every plastic an acrylic. But I know that there's other types of plastics that are on jewelry, and I know a lot of the ones that look like fake gemstones and all that are probably acrylic. But what is the other kind of main plastics that I would think of when, you know, like I know obviously there's, testing for Bakelite. I'm not really referring to that. I'm really referring to the other really less valuable ones like acrylic but I know people have named some other ones and I know there's ways to test them. I'm not going to learn about it or know it tonight, but I was just curious if you could name some of them. Lucite, that's one of them I couldn't remember. Yeah. Okay. And lucite is that one that kind of looks almost like you can see through it. It almost looks like almost glass, like non-breakable glass. Is that lucite? Or am I thinking of a different one? Sorry, I'm just deleting a few messages here, if you don't mind. Okay. So I've got those two necklaces. This is in fact Unikite. It's on sort of this is a band that you can change the size on. And then this one is a 19, sorry, let me flip it over. It's a 1928. It's got a little bit of wear on it. I just need to clean that one up a little bit. It does in fact have its tag here. I hate that I can't zoom in on these. But anyways, so that's the little thing. So I'm going to start that auction. But this one is just in particularly very different to me. It's sort of got this wide angle and they're definitely glass beads, so it's a very much of a surprise for me. But anyways, that's what I put together, trying to go with the colors. Thanks for taking a look at that, guys. Sorry for the little bit of delay I had there. I use plastic. There's also resin. I always felt like if I said the word plastic, that was for me sounding like uneducated, like I should say the exact kind, but you're giving me permission, especially coming from you, that you know, maybe Rachel can work on zip zip. He keeps giving me comments. Okay, hold on. I forgot to write Pack Rat Queen in this. Okay, my next necklace is. Ooh, I like this set too. Ooh, I do, I do. Okay. So this next set is sort of a gunmetal set. And it's looking like this. Again, like I said, when I was taking my pictures, that's interesting that Felicia noticed that I had upped that so that I could have those longer dangly necklaces for my photo purposes. But it takes me a little bit of time. I had put something back here so I could hold something further back to make it raise a little higher. But my arms are not long enough to reach that as I'm sitting here. So the super long ones during my video are going to actually hit the bottom. But this is a White House Black Market in just perfection, new condition. It is beautiful with glass faceted beads and, gunmetal and all of that. And then I put it together with this really heavy, also gunmetal, no brand, but it has these kind of graduating, rhinestone, balls, and it's pretty heavy. So I kind of put that with it. Got a lot of gunmetal going on. And then I needed to have a little teeny something, so I found this awesome teeny little, gunmetal rhinestone teeny little necklace there, which I just put on backwards. Excuse me. So that's what it's looking like. So I'm going to start that. Oh, I didn't even pull it up yet. Okay, so let me start the auction on that gunmetal set for anybody who might be interested. And here's another trivia question for you. What is the most spoken language in South America? Okay. And these are your choices. What is the most spoken language in South America? And they're asking us these questions because we probably don't know the answer. They're asking them because the answer is not as expected. Thanks for taking a look at that gunmetal set. Hey, Felicia says, I love it. She's going to answer all of them. That's fabulous. I need a different tub to put my bot things here. Sorry. As you can imagine, I'm trying to stay somewhat organized as I do this. And the answer has not been said yet, but I bet you'll get it. Here's my next one. So this is a big set of a whole bunch of green jewelry. And it is Spanish. Yes, it is actually Spanish. But you see, I feel like that's like the obvious answer. So I don't understand the point of asking it, in my opinion. I don't know. All right. Okay, so this set, I was going green. So this first necklace, it's just got a regular spring ring, some seed bead kind of glass beads. These are, listen to me, I'm just going to say acrylic, but they're definitely faux. So there's your first green necklace. And then this is on a toggle. There you go. No brand. This kind of looks artisan made. These are very dark green, but they are all glass. You can feel the weight of them and all that goodiness that comes with a glass bead. And then this last set, actually, these sort of made me think of, wedding cake beads, Murano wedding cake beads. But then some of these other ones make me think of beads from Japan or I don't know, other places that make glass beads. So That might be artisan made, or I don't know, like a fake, but it certainly looks like, part of it looks like Murano. I don't know. So I'm going to start that right there for my green set of necklaces. Hey, thanks for coming in. Elegance at a Glance. Every time I see that one, I like it. It's such a nice name for a resale username or whatever. Okay, I'm going to take you green beauties away and bring up something else. All right. Okay, this one's got a major statement necklace in it. Okay, some of them I even have like some little teeny necklaces in it. So I have to be careful when I pull them out that I'm not like getting everything tangled after I put it all in there untangled. So this first one is just a gunmetal, big, huge, faceted. I don't know if you call that like a watermelon. There's a name for the kind of stone and the way it reflects all those colors. No hang tag on that, but that's my longest. It's sort of got some asymmetry to it. And then I found this huge statement necklace, also gunmetal. Again, no brand. But the colors in it to me, minus the green, reminded me of each other. That center stone is acrylic, but obviously those are rhinestones there. So there's our little second thing. And I just popped on there a teeny little pendant. It's sort of a hammered little triangle there just to give a little something something going on at the top. So if anyone's sort of into that bold look, I'm going to start the auction on that while I read another trivia question for anyone who might be interested. Lake Como and Lake Garda are both located in which European country? And I don't read these as if I know the answers, so don't think I'm smart and that I know these. Ooh, she said that like she knows, and she did know. She's like, I know that one. Italy is the answer. Excellent. Okay, so thanks for taking a look at that big statement-ness going on there. I think Rachel is going to town over there on YouTube because I saw like about 20 deletes. Let's see what I see over here. Yeah, she's on it. Wow, I didn't know you had to do it from both places. That's pretty good. So, yeah. So, is that the thing that I'm going to be able to help with, or uh, or like moderating wise with district, or is that or is that just us editing in a live when someone else is doing a live show and we could be the moderator for that? It's a full moon. Huh. I guess it's just about giving that permission. Okay, so this is a really unique necklace. I actually really quite like it. Let me pull it up here. I know these don't, like, this isn't what you'd normally put together, but this is what I had, and so this is what I did. But this first one in particular is just so well made. And I guess I forgot to write the brand on there because I just now saw it, but it says Victoria Tane, I think. But I want you to notice these beads. Like they're all just something special. Now that, I'm not sure if that's a gemstone. I don't think it's cold enough. But look at the details of it. And they're all just so unique. So I just really like that necklace. Like you could use that necklace for so many different things because there's so much going on. And then I paired it with a very simple kind of Southwestern on a much thicker chain there. So you got that going on. Plus, for a little short thing, I was going to pop up here our cute little elephant. So there's that. So I'm going to start that auction on that. I think it's this this necklace here is the one that I don't know. I just think it's pretty substantial in my opinion. Spectacular. You can mod on District. Do you see Felicia's shield next to her name? She can remove comments here. That's right. And I could too, because you made me a moderator as well on District. So and if I was on someone else's live. But the only way you can go in and do the YouTube thing then is if someone goes over there. Like I could help you on your show. If you were having an issue, I could go over and be a moderator over on YouTube during your show just by going to your page and asking you to hold your finger down and make me a moderator. Okay, yes. Just trying to understand that. Got it. I understand. Okay. Let me get my next baggie of jewelry here, and we'll just keep plugging along. While I get this next one out, here's another trivia question. What is the world's tallest waterfall? What is the tallest waterfall in the world? And those are your choices. I'll give you a second to think about it. The Power. I love it. It's true. Okay. So it looks like, is that one next? Yes. Okay, this is definitely a more modern one. And yeah, not correct answer, but good guess. I'll let you keep guessing. But Niagara Falls are pretty darn big. I have been there. They're not far from me here in Pittsburgh. See, we used to live in Atlanta, and we didn't like go to, Niagara Falls all the time. But once we moved here, it was like such an easy shot. So we've got this really pretty, I guess you call it a lariat. I don't know. It's got mixed metal, as you see here, copper and rhinestone and gunmetal and all the like. So I did that as a first layer. And then this was a really chunky, as you see there, there's even some pieces that are even caught in between. See if I can uncatch them. But a chunky little charm necklace there. I'm probably not going to make them all hang just so. Is that as good as I made them look in my picture? Because I took the time in that. And then this last one is on actually a really nice braided cord here. And it's got these little touches on the end, which are quite nice. It's just well made. So, and again, in my picture, I probably made that hang further so it would hang better like that. So I'm going to start the auction on that set for any people who like Juicy Couture. I think that's what that brand is. And so the answer, the one in Venezuela. Well, I don't know if these are in Venezuela, but the answer is actually Angel Falls. And I don't even know where Angel Falls is. I know Yosemite. That's here in America because there's a park. I don't know where Tugela Falls is. That's it, she says. Okay, I believe you. Okay, Pack Rat Queen, that's all yours. Nice. It's an awesome set. It's pretty heavy. What's going on? You're welcome, you're welcome. Let me just... I'm literally getting so simple about my name, I'm now calling you Pack. Because I'm just getting lazy. Instead of having to write it out. It only needs to be me, right? I'm the only one who needs to see it. Okay, so my next necklace set. Let's see here. Oh, it's this one. Okay. You know what's fun though, Felicia, about doing this layering is it's like it's that satisfaction, kind of like a puzzle. I love doing jigsaw puzzles, and there's some satisfaction you get about hunting and searching for like the exact right piece, and and you finally find a piece, and then you slide it into the jigsaw puzzle piece, and it just fits in so perfectly, and it's like so satisfying. That's the way I feel about when I find things that work well, you know, for a and I'm going to wrap this around here like this so it doesn't go down as far. It's like satisfying to find something that works, you know? Yeah, exactly. Okay, so then we had that nice long kind of open work, kind of, you know, longer pendant, and it's got a tassel on the end. This is definitely more of a vintage necklace here. Look at the spring ring clasp, very old, but I don't see a brand. But it does have some really nice filigree caps on the ends of those Baroque faux pearls. So I'm going to put that there. And then my last layer, again, did not have a brand, but was mixed with some, it looks like, I guess kind of like moon glow. Isn't moon glow kind of like a plasticky versus like a moonstone? Like this is plasticky, but has that look. Faceted glass, some textured balls there. Yeah. So that was the look. So there you go. So I'll start that auction on that set. Yeah. You know, I mean, people go out and buy necklaces that have like 6 layers, and you know, sometimes those the necklaces you buy that have the different levels, and oh, when you get them in a jewelry bag, everyone in the chat has got to give me a thumbs up if you understand what I mean. And you're opening up like a jewelry unboxing or something, and you come and you get like this knotted mess, and it's like sometimes you just don't even have the energy to even like dabble in trying to untangle it because it's just a disaster. Any necklace like that that has so many layers that I can't even untangle. I mean, it would get that way in my own daily wear and I just wouldn't bother with it. But something's nice about the layering look when you're using different necklaces because, you know, I don't know. Sometimes I just don't feel like it's getting tangled as easy, you know. Anyways, so there's that set. I like that set. Okay. Have any of you guys ever been to the falls that like I've definitely been to Niagara Falls. I think I've been to Yosemite Falls. Where is Tugela Falls? If Angel Falls is in where did you guys say Venezuela? I don't know where the other one is from. In all my world travels. Okay, so this one is definitely more kind of wood ethnic-y-ish. I don't know. Ethnic is probably the wrong word, but so. But they are actually 3 pieces that are in really great condition. They're gunmetal, darker wood sort of things, but they're let me get this untangled. This longer piece has this really beautiful faceted stone on there that kind of moves with a little bit of, you know, it's got definitely an artisan look to it. On this, it's got no clasp on that darker chain. And I'm just going to honestly loop it around a little bit like that so that we can get a look at it. This necklace is literally what looks like to be brand new. All I see on it is this little heart, but I don't see anything written on it. But it really is like new. And the reason I feel like it's new is because this wood medallion on the end, you can see how shiny it is. It's like you feel like it's barely been worn. It's just in great condition. So I put that on there like that. I don't know that they necessarily need to hang it, that thing. And again, as I've said before, you don't have to wear all of these at once. I'm just coordinating them. This is a gemstone of some type. I tested it on my Presidium. It went up near, you know, kind of the lower end of, you know, quartz, which obviously we know that agates or quartz, but this isn't an agate because an agate would be translucent, and I can't see any light pass through this. And then obviously also jaspers are a type of quartz. I don't know if this is a jasper. It's just a darker stone, but it shows up on it. But it's on, literally, this is 925. So I feel like it's supposed to be something significant. I'm not quite sure what, but I'm going to start that auction right there on more of a, these to me seem to be wood. I don't believe that they're, and these days I honestly doubt that they'd make things with bone as often. I don't know, maybe they still do. Okay. Thanks for taking a look at that one. Okay. And my next one, let's see here. Okay. You see what good planning? I literally made it so the ones that I brought up were the one at the very top every time. I don't even have to hunt for it. And I made it so it was the ones in my baggie. I'm so impressed with my plan. I know you are too. Just trying to make life easier, that's all. Okay, so this first longer pendant necklace here, kind of silver gunmetalish, has got a Lia Sophia tag on it. And so, yep, I'm going to hang that. And that hangs really, really, really long. I'm going to actually double the neck up right there a little bit. Probably doesn't look great, but it'll work. Okay, now this is really old, really vintage. Do you ever look at something sometimes and it's like such a light gold that sometimes you can't tell if it's gold or silver? Like there are some vintage jewelry that's that. Now this is definitely vintage. It's definitely been used, but it's kind of a really cool, unique necklace. I do not actually, oh, I do see a spring ring clasp right there. I don't think I noticed that before. But I'm adding that to this little scenario. And then this other necklace is actually, I know there's a name for this stone because it's like that fool's gold, or I can't remember the name exact. But it's got a whole bunch of faux, not faux, I'm sorry, these are authentic freshwater pearls, different colors. But it does come on a sterling silver clasp with its extension. You can see this is very artisan made, and this is sterling silver as well. So that's what I popped on there with it. So I'm going to start that auction. This is kind of more of a natural tone looking thing. Thanks for your bid, Rachel. And, you know, this one definitely has had some use. Yeah. I mean, in a good way, like it's vintage, you know. Okay, what country spans, and thank you for your bids, both of you. It looks like that's going home with Felicia. I'm going to have to give her a whole box. Okay. What country spans 11 time zones? You guys could probably guess this one. We all know. But that's your question. She says, sorry, Rach. I'm sure she forgives you. She's always happy for you. Okay. 11 time zones. Now that's a lot. A lot, a lot. Okay. All right. Any guesses on what country spans 11 time zones? I'll let you guys think about it while I get out my next set here. Okay. All right, this first piece is an interesting necklace. It like hangs from this bar. It doesn't slide here, but it does have a slide up at the top that we could obviously make different lengths. And it is, it does have a Lucky brand hang tag on that. So I'm going to start with that. And then I don't believe this has a brand on it. Let's see here. It is like a, a rhinestone cross with some really kind of cha-cha-y faceted glass beads as well as faux pearls. And this has this symbol on it. Does anyone know? Come on, you guys, with all your knowledge of hang tags. I have no idea. CG or CJ? I don't even know if that's written in cursive. I have no clue what that stands for. Oh, I just put it on backwards. CJ or C something, I don't know. Ethel and Myrtle is what that symbol is? That's what it stands for? The C and the G stands for Ethel and Myrtle? I got to write this down. I'll never remember this. It's like a C with a cursive G. I'm writing it down. Ethel? Is that a more modern brand, Rachel? Okay. I was not aware. All right. And then the very last necklace that I'm going to add on this is also a sterling silver necklace. It is marked, and I have tested it with 925 on that lobster claw clasp. These are pearls. So when you do, your little scratch test, you get a little bit of, yeah, so that whole thing is sterling silver. So I'm topping that off right there. I think that looks pretty good, right? So there you go. So I'm going to start that set for anyone who might be into the, either the churchy look or Madonna. I'm kidding. Okay. So the country, did anyone guess it? Oh, and Rachel says Russia. Russia is the guess. It is the answer. But China's a pretty good guess, too. They're both huge, vast countries for sure. Okay. Thanks for taking a look at that. Okay. What we got next? What do we got? What do we got? It looks like we have this next. Now this is heavy. Really heavy. Now some of the pictures you'll notice when I put 3 necklaces together, I didn't put them all in the same picture. This is an example of one of those because I put these together because I thought for different ways, these different things could be worn together, but maybe not all 3 at the same time. For example, my original picture had this really, really heavy, significantly heavy, kind of, hammered, big statement necklace. Oh, it does have a tag on it, but I don't know what that stands for. Isn't that the symbol for, paparazzi, but the fancier paparazzi? Yeah, but it's not the $5 version because I looked this up and I know paparazzi sells for $5, but there must be like a nicer brand that sells for like 15 or 20 because that's what this was selling for. Okay, but it's still called paparazzi, huh? Because that's actually decent. Usually most other paparazzi I'm not, wooing about. This is a very geometric, pentagon. This is, you know, Felicia's going to laugh at me. This is some type of plastic. And it kind of gives it a touch of color there because obviously that's all one color. But I thought also maybe if someone didn't want to wear this big heavy one, that these two could also, that necklace could also be worn with a different necklace like that one. But that might be too much going on. I don't know. But anyways, so those are the 3 necklaces that come in that set. I'm going to start the bid now, but it involves all 3 of those. Which that one is actually looking pretty sparkly in the light. Ooh, sparkly, sparkly. It's actually really well made. I'm surprised. Okay. What is the Earth's largest continent? Thank you for taking a look at that, guys. Here are your choices. What is the Earth's largest continent? I'll let you think about that while I get my next set. Thank you for all of you that are hanging out with me tonight, hanging out in District on the Lilyworks community kind of marketplace. I appreciate you. Going to research some synonyms since we both detest plastic. Okay. Because I know some of the names of the others actually are a specific plastic that can be tested. And no, I know a lot of vintage buttons. People know all about the plastics. And I've done my research. I know there's all these funky tests you can do. Definitely no Bakelite. But like, I can't tell that. Oh, good. Okay. Rachel's being, oh my God. Now Rachel must know it all. She's got it all. Hi there, Mary. Thanks for coming in. But I don't remember when I read all those plastics, I get overwhelmed and then I just give up because it's just too overwhelming to me. So I just say, okay, I'm just saying it's plastic, you know? All right. So this next set that I'm going to show you, uh, the first layer on this is actually, it's got a spring ring clasp. These are just some kind of, glass, bigger seed beads. These are like, I can't tell if they kind of feel cold. I don't know if it's a plastic or if it is like a cat's eye. So maybe they're not cold enough. I think I wrote cat's eye in the description, but I should really probably put a question mark when I write cat's eye because I'm just not sure. But that's my longer thing. So don't quote me. I don't know that's cat's eye. It could be some sort of like, moon glow or something. I don't know. Okay. So then this next necklace does have a hang tag Clearwater Creek, which they actually make some really nice jewelry. And this is actually like a mixed metal necklace on like multiple cords. You can see even the links here are two different colors as I show you that. So that brings some different colors and things going on there. And then I also found a shorter, this is probably aventurine. I did test it on my gem tester. And it does, I know aventurine definitely does have those little speckles of kind of like, little speckles of color. And that has it. So this is a shorter one there. Again, you probably wouldn't wear them all together, but that's the set. So I'm going to start the auction now on those three colorful, makes me think of spring necklaces. And I'm going to grab my next bag. Okay. And we said, what is Earth's largest continent? Did anyone guess it? No, if anyone heard. What is the Earth's largest continent? I don't know. I guess I probably know this. This is probably, yeah, it is Asia. You got it, Rachel. You got it, Miss Teacher. Okay, thanks for looking at that one. Okay. See what my next one is. I just love it. It's just right there in the top. No more hunting. It's so less stressful. Because when you're in the middle of these, shows, I mean, yeah, it's fine to sit and talk and, whatever, get off on whatever subject. But I also don't want to waste people's time. Your time is valuable. So I'd like to be somewhat efficient, if you know what I mean. Okay, so this one was this Chico's necklace. Okay. Hey, Mary, I don't know if you're still here.